I've always been the weakest, and I've been mocked for it at every turn. But I still try as hard as I can. I wanted to be stronger. I tried, but I never could. I get it. I fought tooth and nail to earn my keep, and I got this far. That gratitude was as empty as my wallet. Leave it to a genuine piece of trash to use me and throw me away for his benefit. I've got a family too. I wanted to make it home alive too. I'm glad my death means they can live. How could you think that, you stupid hypocrite? No, I don't want to die. I wish I had another chance.
If I had another chance. Not to become a hero, not to stand above everyone else. Just one more chance to prove that the person I am right now is not the person I have to remain. All my life, I've been told what I am. Weak, insignificant, disposable. And after hearing it enough times, I started to believe it myself. Maybe that's the real prison, not the monsters. Not the dungeon, not the fear of death. The moment you accept the limits that other people place on your life. I look back now, and I realize something. Every wound I carried, every failure, every humiliation, I treated them like evidence. Evidence that I wasn't good enough. Evidence that I wasn't strong enough. Evidence that I should stop trying. What if I was wrong? What if those scars were never proof of weakness? What if they were proof that I kept moving forward when every reason in the world told me to stop? Maybe strength was never something I lacked. Maybe strength was waking up after every defeat and stepping back into the fight. Maybe strength was enduring a life that nobody else wanted, and refusing to run from it. And if that's true, then perhaps I've been measuring myself by the wrong standard this entire time. Because the people who never fall don't learn anything. The people who never struggle never discover who they are. The people who are handed everything never understand its value. But those who stand at the bottom, those who know what it means to be powerless, they understand something that the strong often forget. Nothing is guaranteed. Everything must be earned. And if I were given one more chance, I wouldn't waste another second wishing my life was easier. I would become someone capable of carrying the weight that life places on my shoulders. No excuses. No complaints. No more waiting for someone to save me. I would save myself. And no matter how many times I fell, I would rise again. Because the person who refuses to stay down is far more dangerous than the person who was born strong.
I was not born strong. Yes, I know that. That does not mean that I have to stay where I am.
I swear it.
I'll get stronger if it's the last thing I do.
It's too strong.
There comes a point where the path becomes too quiet for anyone else to follow. That's where most people turn around. Not because the dream was impossible, because silence makes them question whether the dream was ever real. I've learned something about walking alone. Loneliness isn't the punishment. It's the price of becoming someone you've never been before. No one can witness every sacrifice. No one can understand every battle that takes place inside your own mind. There are victories that will never be applauded. There are nights that will never be remembered. And yet, Those are the moments that shape you more than any celebration ever could. People admire the result. They never admire the repetition, the same decision, the same discipline, again, again, again. Until the person in the mirror no longer resembles the one who started. That's what the grind really is, not endless motivation. Motivation disappears. Discipline remains. It becomes the voice that moves your feet when your emotions refuse to. And eventually, you stop asking yourself whether you feel ready. You simply move forward every single day. Because waiting to feel different is another way of choosing to stay the same. The hardest battles are never fought against the world. They're fought against the version of yourself that keeps tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll start. Tomorrow you'll commit. Tomorrow you'll become the person you keep talking about. But tomorrow is patient. It has stolen years from people who believed they had more time. So I stopped negotiating with tomorrow. I made today responsible for the future I wanted. Not because I knew I would succeed, because I refused to become someone who quit before finding out who he could have been.
I refuse to be weak! That won't happen! Never again! I have to make it. I have to become stronger! It's the only way!
The double dungeon. So this is where it all began. I remember crawling through these halls, broken, powerless, waiting for death to decide when I should disappear. I remember fear, real fear, not of monsters, but of my own weakness. But that version of me is gone. Now I can feel it, the difference, the weight of my steps, the steadiness in my breath. The system didn't just give me strength, it gave me a reason to stand again. You think this place is the same as before? So did I. But I'm not here as prey anymore. I came back to understand what I've become, and to make sure I never end up kneeling in the dark again. If anything still moves in this dungeon, it will learn what it means to face me now. So you're still here. I remember you. That smile carved into stone. That silence that felt heavier than death itself. Back then, I couldn't even lift my head without shaking. I was just another piece on your board, something to be crushed for your amusement. But look at me now. I don't tremble anymore. I don't beg. I don't wait for permission to survive. You called it a trial, didn't you? A test of worth. But all I saw was slaughter disguised as judgment. Tell me, was I supposed to die there? Because I didn't, and that changes everything. I came back here not to run, not to hide behind luck or desperation like before. I came back because I needed to know if I still felt that fear. But all I feel now is clarity. If you are a god, then you must already know what I've become. And if you are not, then kneel. Damn, you're still as impressive as I remember. Just standing in front of you brings it all back. Every scream, every helpless second, every moment where I thought I was already dead, but was still forced to keep going. This place, this face, it drags up memories I'd rather leave buried. Back then, I couldn't even look at you properly. I was too busy surviving my own fear. But now, it's different. I'm not that same man anymore. The one who crawled, who shook, who accepted death as the only outcome. Something in me broke that day, but something else was built in its place. And now, when I look at you, I don't feel powerless. I feel aware of what I was and what I've become. You still stand there like an unchanging judgment, like nothing in this world could ever move you. But I've already changed the only thing that mattered, me. So go ahead, keep staring down at me like before. It won't work anymore. I feel sorry. Sorry for you. For what I'm about to do to you. No more words. I'm done talking. You had your judgment. You had your silence. Now you get the truth. Me. So brace yourself, because I'm not the same weak man you broke back then. I'm the one who came back to end this. Now you die, you stupid pile of stone. It's strange. There was a time when I walked into every dungeon, wondering if I'd make it out alive. Every step felt heavy. Every monster looked impossible. Every wound reminded me how fragile I was. Now, I'm never alone. These shadows, they trust me without question. They follow me without hesitation. Not because they have to, but because I gave them a reason to stand again. Funny. For years, I was the one everyone had to protect. Now, I'm the one standing between this world and everything that wants to destroy it. I didn't ask for this power, but if it's mine, I'll carry it to the very end. Because I've learned something. Power isn't measured by how many enemies you can kill. It's measured by how many people you can keep alive. Do you know what I've realized? Strength was never the goal. It was only the price I had to pay. Every battle took something from me. Every victory left another scar. Every time I grew stronger, I left another piece of the old Sung Jinwoo behind. People think power changes a man. They're wrong. Power doesn't change you. It reveals who you've always been. I stopped asking whether I could win. I stopped asking whether I could survive. Now, I only ask one question. What can I do today to get stronger tomorrow? Because as long as I'm counting on me, as long as I believe in me, I won't stop. I can't stop. Monsters, hunters, monarchs. In the end, they're all the same. They all believe they're untouchable until someone proves otherwise. I've buried too many people. I've watched too many lives disappear before my eyes. I won't let it happen again. Not while I'm still standing. If the world wants another sacrifice, it won't be them. It'll have to go through me first. I've crawled through hell. I've bled, I've broken, I've died, and I still stood back up. So if you're here to stop me, take one last look, because the man standing before you isn't the weakest hunter anymore. He's the nightmare that kept surviving, the shadow that refused to disappear, the one who turned every defeat into another reason to become stronger. Come on, show me everything you have, because I'm done running. This time, I'm the one who decides who walks away. If becoming stronger means carrying this burden, then I'll carry it. If it means walking through darkness, I'll keep walking. If it means standing alone, then I'll stand alone. Because this is what I have to do to get stronger. Who the hell do you think I am? Every sunrise marks the beginning of another battle, and every sunset reminds me that I still haven't become strong enough. Every dungeon I enter teaches me something new. Every enemy I defeat pushes my limits a little further than the day before. There was a time when I feared every step I took. Now, I fear the day I stop moving forward. Strength isn't given to those who wait. It's earned by those willing to bleed for it, over and over again, without ever asking for mercy. Every wound I carry is proof that I survived. Every scar is a reminder that I refused to stay on the ground. People only see the power I have today. They never see the countless hours spent fighting alone when there was no one left to witness my struggle. Every level I gain is more than just a number. It's another step away from the man who could do nothing, and another step toward the man no one will ever be able to stop. Centering dungeon after dungeon, no matter how exhausted I become, because every battle holds another opportunity to grow stronger. I'll push my body far beyond its limits. I'll fight until my arms can no longer hold my blades. And when I fall, I'll stand back up again. I'll keep hunting. I'll keep leveling up. I'll keep surpassing the person I was yesterday, because no of and nothing is going to decide my limits except me. Every enemy I defeat, every challenge I overcome, every level I gain brings me closer to the only future I will ever accept. I won't stop. I can't stop. Because this isn't just about surviving anymore. It's about becoming strong enough that no one I care about ever has to suffer again. And until that day comes, I'll keep grinding. I'll keep leveling up, no matter what it costs.
I can't do it! Now's my chance! I'll use all of my strength and combine it with Ruler's hand! do you think I am?